Hi, my name is Nicole Mower. I own and operate a wedding and event planning company on the Seacoast of Maine, and this is my first YouTube video. I have been in business for 8 years, and I've been in the industry for over a decade. So before I started my planning business, I worked for a bunch of local caterers as well as a rental company renting to couples for their wedding day. So I am very experienced in the wedding world. I wanted to make this video because I have been receiving so many questions lately from couples that are getting married in 2020 and from a lot of my vendor friends on how to navigate this coronavirus in our industry. So I want to let you know I'm in the New England area, so I do weddings in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts typically. I will travel, but that's pretty much the location that I'm in all the time. So if you're not in that location, just keep that in mind. And regardless, so today is April 5th. That's when I'm making this video. And I'm saying that because information is changing on the daily. So it's really, really important that you stay informed using reliable sources like the CDC and the World Health Organization. Quick disclaimer, I am not an attorney and I'm not a medical professional. Everything I'm going to say to you guys today is based off of my experience. It's just my opinion based on my experience. So this is not legal advice and should not be construed as such. Laws and regulations vary state by state, county by county, country by country. So make sure you do your own research using reliable sources. And if you do need legal advice, please get in contact with an attorney near you. This specific video is going to be geared towards couples getting married in 2020, just because there's so much information. I think this is the best way to start. I really want to help spring couples who might not know where to go for information. Maybe you're not working with a planner. Maybe your venue is not letting you postpone yet and you're just curious like what you should do next in order to have a little bit of control and just like any idea of what you should be doing. So what I'm going to discuss today is some frequently asked questions that I've been asked, and hopefully by the end of this video you feel more prepared, you feel a little bit more in control of your planning, and hopefully you can regain some excitement towards your wedding. Yeah, I really want you guys to be celebrating. Not everybody can find the love of their life and someone that they're going to marry. That's not something everybody can say. And I know this is a really hard time, and I'm sorry that you are having to make these crazy decisions, and you know you're getting this thrown at you during such a pivotal point in your life. But let's try to focus on the positive. Let's focus on the celebration of love that you guys are planning. And, you know, if your wedding does need to be postponed and it can't be on the date that you were planning, that's okay. The celebration is still going to be amazing. Your love isn't defined by your wedding date. So, yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first question I want to talk about, I just want to get right into it, is should you postpone your wedding? Everybody's asking that. So, this is there's not an easy answer to this. I can't just like give you a black and white answer, unfortunately. So I'm going to give you information and you will have to make the best decision for you. If you are getting married in April or May, most of the states in the United States have a stay-at-home order, so you cannot plan an event. So you should definitely be postponing if you have an April wedding for sure. May is hairy. So in New Hampshire, there's a stay-at-home order through May 4th right now. Massachusetts has a stay-at-home order through May 4th, and Maine has a stay-at-home order until April 30th. But then states like Virginia have a stay-at-home order until June 10th. So it's really, really important for you to consider what state you're in, what state your guests are coming from, also who your guests are. Do you have a lot of elderly people coming to your wedding? Do you have a lot of immunocompromised people coming to your wedding? That's really important to consider. And also, what's the size of your wedding? If you're having a wedding with 200 plus people, it's probably not the most responsible thing to be putting together a gathering that large right after that stay-at-home order is lifted. So those are things you want to consider. If you do have a May wedding, and you haven't postponed it yet, you absolutely need to be working on a backup plan for sure. I would say the same thing with June weddings too. I have already postponed 2 June weddings. One of them had family members in Virginia, and their wedding was June 6th. So with the stay-at-home order in Virginia till June 10th, those guys couldn't even travel. So that got postponed. How to plan a plan B. I would highly recommend putting together a spreadsheet with your vendors on the top and wedding dates on the side. And I'd highly recommend putting together or putting the dates Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Most Saturdays are booked for your vendors throughout 2020, but people are being super, super flexible. They're trying to do the best they can for you. None of us have done this before. This is completely new to everybody. So we're all trying to do the best for our couples. I know you probably don't want to get married on a Thursday. Put that date on there anyway, because if you find out that all of your vendors are available for a Thursday in September, that might be the best option for you, because you won't lose any deposits that way maybe, or you at least get to have all your vendors that way. Just put it there and you can make the call later. It's just good to have the information. Also, I actually have a spreadsheet that I've created for you guys, so I will tell you at the end of this video how to get in touch with me, and I can send that spreadsheet for you. It'll just save you another step. Okay, so we talked about May, June weddings. For July and August, I think it's really smart to begin thinking about what it would look like if you have to have a plan B. I don't think you need to start reaching out to vendors necessarily just yet, but I think what you need to do is prioritize your vendor list. So this is actually another question somebody had. People asked what important vendors to schedule around. So this is a case-by-case basis. It's totally up to you. I'd recommend sitting down with your fiance and thinking about it, like, who is the vendor that you cannot have this wedding without? Like, you just would be so bummed, and list all the way down until the vendors that would really, really stink to not have them working your wedding. But if you had to find a replacement, you could. And then that way you at least know, if you do need to make a plan B, which vendors you should go to first to check their availability. So that was July and August. September and October, right now, I think it's too early to make any calls. The only information we can go off of is the information we have. And even though it's changing daily, right now, I think it's too early to make a call for September and October. So again, just stay informed, stay proactive. If you have questions, reach out to your vendors. That's what we're here for. But yeah, I'm hopefully we're moving forward as planned for those. All right, so next question. Somebody asked, do I have any ideas for a virtual bridal shower? And I had to actually speak with a few of my wedding planner friends on this to get their feedback. And we kind of all agree that you should have your shower after the wedding. If you can't hold your shower before your wedding because of the stay-at-home ban, I think you should do it after. So many of my couples have the post-wedding blues and reached out to me after their wedding, kind of bummed that like the planning is over and the wedding is over and they don't have any events to look forward to anymore. So people would love to celebrate with you again. I say wait and do it after. If you really want to do something before the wedding, but you can't meet with people physically in person, maybe do a Zoom like brunch on a Sunday and maybe ask your guests to send you some marriage advice in the mail. And then during that Zoom brunch meeting, you can open up the letters in front of everybody and read them. That'd be a really cute way to connect. So then I received some questions from newly engaged people. Some who haven't even announced their engagement because they feel bad about the situation and they don't feel like they should be celebrating. And then others who just are confused and aren't sure if they should like hold off on planning, if they should still be planning. They're not really sure what to be doing. So first, I want to say that you should celebrate. Like, you should absolutely be celebrating your love. What we need right now is more love, more positivity, more happy stories. So please tell people that you love that you guys are engaged and you're excited, because we want to celebrate you. Along those lines, if you've been planning, I don't think that you need to stop. Keep planning your wedding. Keep in mind that your vendors right now are really stressed out, and a lot of them are postponing weddings. So their focus is like on the weddings that they have, that they had for April, May, and possibly June. So response time might be a little bit slow, and just be patient with them. But yeah, keep researching, keep having fun, keep looking on Pinterest and dreaming, because this will be over someday and your wedding will be celebrated. So definitely keep planning. And then just to end with a couple quick tips, if you are getting married in 2020, If you have family style for your catering, I would highly recommend calling your caterer and switching that up to be full service, or maybe stations that are manned by a server. I don't think it's a good idea to be sharing food. And that also goes along the lines with stationary appetizer tables as well. So yeah, I think we need to be really careful this entire year. This virus is still going to be around, and we need to be sure that we're, taking precautions and keeping people healthy and safe. So no sharing food. Next, photo booths. I don't really think you should be using props at the photo booth, especially not those ones on the sticks, like with the mustache. You put the mustache up to your mouth, and like, not a good idea. So you can still have the photo booth. They're really fun. Everybody loves to take pictures, and they love to have those as memories, but be careful with the props. And lastly, make sure you have hand sanitizer distributed throughout the event. So obviously in the bathrooms, but places like the bar would probably be really smart. Maybe on the DJ table, so they're like easily accessible. Just make sure that you're really thoughtful and considerate, and your guests have what they need. Yeah, so I'm probably going to end there. I wanted to keep it short for the first video. If you guys have questions, please ask them below in the comments. Also, if you want to get in touch with me so I can send you that spreadsheet, you can do so at my email. It's hello@nicolemower.com. I'll also have that in the comments. And then if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Nicole Mower Events, and my website is nicolemower.com. So I think that's it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep planning your wedding. Love is contagious too. Okay, bye guys.